some final preparations here. Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls going up against the Utah Jazz. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. Here's what Utah has lined up on their schedule. On Thursday, they'll be matching up with Damian Lillard and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Saturday, they'll go up against Chris Paul and the San Antonio Spurs.
And looking at the Dallas matchup, that's one that stands out to me. A lot of great talent involved in that one, and I'm curious to see how they have improved over the offseason.
The starters for Utah. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Kobe Bryant. Then there's Wembanyama, then it's Pascal Siakam, and it's DeRozan in at the small forward position. And for the Bulls, Gideon White pair to make the backcourt. Buzelis out there with Dosunmu. And it's Vucevic in at the 5 spot. Well, with all the battles past, Grant, definitely some history between these two teams.
Oh, B.A., this is high level. You talk East versus West, that's usually championship or bust type aspirations.
And it's Clarkson missing. Dosunmu outside. Knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball. On defense, the Jazz. Here's White. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Siakam. White against Bryant. White looking it over. 5 on the clock. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, as a guard like White, you need to score inside. Force teams to respect you everywhere.
Grant, how about Kobe White? Going from a bench player to one of the league leaders in minutes.
Yeah, Kobe played more than 35 minutes per game last season. Top 10 in the league. We saw White hit another level, so he has an exciting future in front of him.
And so here is Chicago. Following the bucket by Utah. Dosunmu can't hit. Here's Clarkson. What a tremendous game he played against Denver. Wembanyama, screen on Giddey. Counted from distance.
Coming off the pick, Clarkson varies his pace to lose defenders.
Pass to White. Back to Giddey. Vucevic, a screen on Clarkson. And that one's good. Giddey.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Clarkson. Siakam with a screen on Giddey. Clarkson. And it's Utah scoring again.
Yeah, the mid-range is the sweet spot for Clarkson. He does a lot of damage from there.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Pascal Siakam. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Utah on D. Pass to Buzelis. Now here's Vucevic. White, the pass to Dosunmu. 5 to shoot. From 18 feet away, count the basket.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Clarkson. He's got 5. Here's DeRozan. Can't hit that one. Vucevic with some nice D. Maybe the results haven't been there in recent seasons, but the Jazz have an exciting young core, Coach.
Yeah, they do, B.A. They've focused on youth, and some of those guys are developing into very good players. If this core stays in place and gels and they can add to it a little bit, watch out for this Jazz team.
Utah making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
While I spoke with the head coach of the Bulls, I discussed with Coach the difficulties of guarding Donovan Mitchell. He jokingly responded, "You mean the guy who scored 71 points? It should be pretty easy." And he went on to say, "Donovan is one of the best scorers in the game. We have to be disciplined and guard him closely. This will be a big test for their defense." Guys?
Appreciate the report, Allie. Bryant, the pass to DeRozan. Back to Bryant. Shoots over to Sumu. No good off the glass.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
And that one's good. DeRozan.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Utah making a switch here. Edwards is checked in. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. On the take. Utah grabs the miss. They're coming off a win against the Nuggets.
And I'll tell you, that was not an easy environment to play in. It was a hostile crowd on the road, but it didn't bother them at all.
Give a lot of credit to this coaching staff for preparing them for that kind of environment. They went in and just executed their game plan.
Pass to Smith. Outside White. The three is up. Pure from three-point range. White's got 5.
Laser focus from White. The moment that pass was headed to him, he was ready.
DeRozan, a screen on Herter. Bryant. Smith with the rebound.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
White for 3. And it's White again missing.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Yes, it's good. Bryant's got his second basket of the game.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Now Herter. Picked by Smith. Herter passes to Smith. Here's Collins. And Collins with the slam. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
There's 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Bulls out in front. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen here from the Bulls tonight?
Well, I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
So the Utah 5 right now. DeMar DeRozan is out there with Kobe Bryant. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Clarkson in at the point. And it's Clarkson missing. Chicago leading by 3. Outside Jones. Back to Herter. Up top Collins. Pass to Smith. And here's Giddey. Fires for 3. Rebound, Utah. Wembanyama's got 5 rebounds in the game. Jazz trail by 3. Coach, when you watch Wemby, it's not the height that jumps out. It's the way he moves with that height.
Brian, I've been around the NBA a long time, and you think you've seen it all. But when you see someone with Wembanyama's size and the things he can do, his ball handling, his shooting range, the way he moves, blocking shots, this guy is one of a kind.
Feels like he's emerging as the face of the NBA soon.
I think that's what we all expect.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Some changes for Chicago. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Collins, and Ayo Dosunmu subbed in for Jones. against Edwards. Herder can't hit. For Utah, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Ali.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards. And you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Ali, he's certainly got the skill level. Utah leading by 3. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan. This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Chicago has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter.
Hey, yo, right here.
They set a pick. DeRozan against Smith. 6 to shoot. Here's Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
After setting a strong screen, the ball goes to Vucevic, and he makes a play.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Chicago making some changes. Buzelis comes in for Smith. And it's White in for Herder. Pascal Siakam, he's checked in for Utah. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Anthony Edwards. Siakam with a screen on White. Clarkson passes to Mitchell. Here's Bryant. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
And it's Jordan Clarkson with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Tries a 3 off the inbound. And there's White. That's good on the assist by Buzelis. White's got 8 points.
I like how White shot it with confidence. He's reliable beyond the arc.
And here's Bryant outside. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Yeah, and it seems like he's getting more comfortable with each bucket.
A minute 53 left to play in the first half. Will stand for the Bulls. The DeRozan, Levine, Vucevic era didn't lead to the playoff success they hoped for.
No, Brian, 2 losses in the play-in tournament and just 1 playoff appearance, which resulted in a quick first-round exit. Changes were definitely necessary.
And Vucevic slams it in.
What an impact White makes, whether he has the ball in his hands or not.
Oh, get up, Donovan. Wow.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. White for 3. Pascal Siakam with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And Siakam with the slam.
It's just such a long and powerful player. I mean, once Siakam gets inside like this, he's ready to jam.
Giddey passes to White. Now to Sumu. Jacks up with 3. Siakam pulls down the board. DeRozan outside. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Siakam with a screen on White. Clarkson passes to Siakam. White with a steal. Here's Giddey. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Giddey's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Giddey continues to work on improving his offensive game, including his mid-range jumper.
Clarkson against White. And it's Clarkson missing. Outside White. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Utah with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. We'll be right back.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket. You know, I love sitting up here and doing this show with you guys. I learn something new every day.
Man, you know what? It is pretty unreal they pay us to do this. Did I say that out loud?
Wait, you guys get paid?
Well, yeah, we wouldn't sit here and deal with you for free.
You gotta call my agent now.
And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the Utah Jazz.
We often talk about efficiency on offense. They were the winners in that department, guys.
I like how efficient you were with that analysis, Chet. Well done.
Yeah, instead of rambling on like usual.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The Bulls trail by 6. Gideon White pair to make the backcourt. Ayo Dosunmu out there with Buzelis. And it's Vucevic in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Billy Donovan, getting going here in the second half. Oh, sent away with authority.
Well, that's the kind of defensive play you need to win ball games. Great block from Wembanyama.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Chicago shooting their initial free throws of the game here. That free throw, no good. Such a skilled big. 6'10" Nikola Vucevic. He can beat you up in the post, or he can step back and hit a 3-stand.
Yeah, Brian, and he's an excellent passer as well. Throughout his career, Vucevic's teams have been very good offensively, and his versatility is a big reason for that.
And the basket by DeRozan.
Yeah, tough finish by DeRozan. Made him work for those 2 points.
The Bulls shooting the ball at 48% so far. Pass to Giddey. Here he goes. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Oh, wait. Big finish. Big time. And man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Oh, there's the alley.
And the defense has to offer more resistance. Can't let guys like Buzelis get this close to the rim.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Put your hands together and make some noise, Philly.
And with a pause in the action, here we have the best rebounding teams from last year. The Jazz, 3rd.
Well, last year they were all over the glass. Their physicality is what helped define their identity.
Back to Clarkson. 4-3. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam. Clarkson's got 10.
Good execution there. Clarkson smooth off the catch.
And that one's good. Giddey.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Clarkson outside. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
Well, you can tell Clarkson is letting his shots come to him. He's not forcing things out there.
And Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Jazz leading by 7. Stan, it's hard to believe, but the Bulls have not won a playoff series since 2015.
Well, look, Brian, it's hard to win in this league. And when you're rebuilding, trying to find the mix that'll get you over the top is a difficult chore.
Long way from those Michael Jordan glory days.
Explosive move by White, going right up to the rim.
And the shot's good.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for Chicago. 7-point differential. Smith with a screen on DeRozan. Here's Giddey. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. The Jazz have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. On the wing, Bryant. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
And the Bulls' shooting has been good. 54% on this one. Giddey against Clarkson. Giddey passes to White. 6 on the shot clock. Smith with a screen on Bryant. Basket counts. White's got 12.
Well, that's White shaking him off, creating room off the dribble.
Clarkson for 3. Chicago with a rebound. Dosunmu outside. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Coach, one guy who's shown a lot of growth on the offensive side of the ball is Dosunmu.
Yeah, it seems like the game is slowed down for him, and that's why everything he does looks better now. His first step, his decision-making, all of it, Brian.
Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Utah. DeRozan. The layup off target. Bulls trail by 5. Outside White. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, we've really seen White raise his game as a scorer. He can be relentless at times, like right now.
White against Clarkson. On the wing, Bryant. Launches it. Smith with the rebound. For Chicago, they've gotten 6 of 8 shots to go and looking good since the break. That's good from Giddey on the assist by White. And now just a 1-point Jazz lead. Utah's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. And it's Mitchell penetrating.
The burst and power of Mitchell on full display. This guy's incredible.
The Bulls have gotten 7 of their 9 shots to fall. Quality shooting in the second half. White for 3. Drops in the 3. White's got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, he's been able to turn it around after a rough first half. He's now looking much better offensively.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Lets it go from the wing. Doesn't go for him. Chicago with the ball. They're on a (11-2) run. Giddey against Mitchell. Giddey passes to Vucevic. Over Wembanyama. The bank shot, no good. The 3 from Mitchell. He knocks it down. But wait a minute. The officials getting together here. They may want to review this one.
To review the play.
That shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And of course, they want to make sure it was the right call, but I'm not sure how much it'll impact this game. We'll see.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've gotten enough looks at it. The basket will not count. The quarter ended before he got it off.
That was a great idea to give it a second glance. The replay system is available, so you've got to utilize it.
Kobe White, he's feeling it tonight, and he's been the driving force for Chicago. Head coach Billy Donovan is mic'd up along the sidelines. Let's check it out.
Hold your ground. Don't let him back your way in. Just hold your ground. The other thing, too, is once he picks the ball up, he's not going to shoot it. If he does, just stay down on him.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth. We've got John Collins, Anthony Edwards out there with Donovan Mitchell. Then it's DeMar DeRozan, and it's Siakam in at power forward.
A volume shooter at the arc. Mitchell will rarely hesitate to take that.
Collins outside. Outside Giddey, pass to Smith. The three is up. They grab their own miss.
Utah foul. John Collins.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Jazz.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And we can't forget about how ferocious they've been cutting to the rim, just going right at defenders and finding ways to finish.
After undergoing 3 ankle surgeries in 10 months in 2020 and 2021, Coach Zach Collins has bounced back amazingly.
He really has, Brian. And the injuries have really been the only problem for Zach Collins. He's got size, skill, and toughness. This guy is a very effective player when he's healthy.
His story is inspirational.
It is indeed.
Jones, the pass to Herter. Gets the three to fall.
And Jones is a dependable floor general. Someone you can trust to facilitate an offense and find his guy.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Chicago making a switch here. Asumu's checked in. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team. Coach wasn't very animated in this tight game, but asked this of his team: how bad do you want it? Right now, this is all about who wants it more. So go out there and take it, guys.
Allie, thank you.
Well, this is Clarkson's role. He looks to score in a multitude of ways.
Wembanyama against Collins. Herter passes to Collins. And Collins with the slam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Here's Edwards. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That's on Jalen Smith. And stand while Edwards has pushed back. It hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
It's both from the stripe. Stan, another head coach from the Greg Popovich tree. Will Hardy, who started his career in San Antonio.
And there have been a lot of successful guys that have come through the Spurs organization. Will Hardy is just another one who is developing into an outstanding NBA coach.
Oh, Edwards bringing the heat.
Among the best athletes in this league, Anthony Edwards taking flight.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. It's White with a drive. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by White. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Trailing by 4. And again, no good by Chicago.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
Wembanyama screen. Clarkson for 3. Knocks down the triple. And the Jazz lead by 7.
And Clarkson can drain them with ease from that range. No problem for him on that 3.
Pass to Vucevic. A minute 15 left in the game.
It's the fire he's playing with that has him leading the team in rebounds.
Double digits for him on the glass. He's getting it done.
That one falls.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. DeRozan is checked in for Utah. And so here is Chicago. 9-point game. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's foul number 2 for him. A minute 37 left in the fourth quarter. Giddey passes to Vucevic. It's stolen by Wembanyama.
He couldn't bring the pump fake back in quickly enough, and the defender takes advantage.
And he gets the bucket. And now it's an 11-point Jazz lead.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
And that one drops.
There's a reason Vucevic shoots a great percentage. So adept and skilled at scoring inside.
Here's Clarkson. And count it. 8 of 14 now. He's rolling.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Jazz.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
The shot. And it's Giddey missing. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Clarkson. There's the triple. Clarkson missing again.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
9 seconds left to play in the fourth. Here's Wembanyama. It's good. And give the assist to Siakam. So we see the Jazz taking the W here. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks so much. DeMar, a big-time road win for you guys. How were you able to get it done?
We came out aggressive. Both ends. We knew it was going to be tough. It's a great team. We understood if we came in here and played with the intensity that we know how to play with, we could walk out of here with a victory.
You matched that intensity. Congrats on the win.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Kobe Bryant.